Oh, yeah. You are definitely in the zone right now. High noon with the doc, MistaTre Jaymen Speakeasy. Jaymen is late, but that's okay, though. I'll forgive him. You know, he pays the bills, so I'll forgive him. Anyway, so we got a couple of guests here. We should have Dustin in the studio. We're going to have Blair on the phone today. It's Munchie Wednesday, and I feel a little alone in here right now. I don't see Munchies. I don't see the Dabatron. I don't see Jaymen. I don't see Dustin. I'm sweating bullets right now. Not really. But anyway, so we've got a lot going on. I mean, there's a lot going on. I know Jaymen's dealing with the Cannabis Expo. That's, again, coming up on Friday and Saturday. We're still working out the kinks to get it aired from the Cannabis Expo. If we can't, we'll air from the studio, of course, if there's any technical difficulties. But I was preview to some information today that said, you know, essentially we should be able to do that. However, if there's anything that prevents that, it's going to be a technical difficulty kind of thing. What I would say is just, you know, run with us, hang with us, because either way, if we can't do it directly from the Cannabis Expo, oh, excuse me, I got hiccups. If we can't do it directly from the Cannabis Expo, no worries. We'll do it from here, and then we'll head right over afterwards, where you can meet the whole crew, the K-High team. I know the Wake and Bake show is on before the Cannabis Expo even starts, so in that sense, I would imagine that probably won't be able to do that. As far as being able to do our show from the Cannabis Expo because of the time frame, we should be able to. But again, like I said, it's one of those things where the bosses tell us, you know, what's going to happen, and we run with it. Oh, wow, this dude just rolled up in like the sweetest convertible ever. So jealous right now. You have no idea. He doesn't even know I'm looking at him. That, you know, I feel like a weird voyeur from the studio sometimes. I just look out the window and I'm like, hey, your car is dope. But anyway, so we've got a lot for you guys today. Definitely, wow. C-130 just went over the building. I'm going like, wow, that was awesome. That felt cool. But anyway, so we've got, like I said, we've got a good show planned for you guys today. Tomorrow, just a heads up, we're gonna have Vince Hansen in here, friend of Johnny Logan and mine, who is a grower, a master grower, subject matter expert. When I reached out to Johnny and I said, hey, listen, I get dirt. I get growing pot and dirt all day. That's my thing. By the way, I have some rolling papers here, no weed. So I got a couple of Cannabis Expo tickets that I can give away. I'm tell you what, we're going to belay calling here. We're going to say the first person that shows up to this studio with a dab machine and some dabs or some flour, so I can use these rolling papers, mostly flour for these rolling papers. Yeah, we're going to hook you up with some Cannabis Cup tickets. So if you don't have Cannabis Cup tickets and you got flour, get your butt down to 5050 Edison Avenue. Come see me, the doc, and Jaymen. We'll, like I said, I got a couple of tickets that I can give you guys. As you know, withstanding that I don't need tickets. We'll do that. Also, don't forget, stick around after this show, hash it out with Miranda Rights. Come join me over there too. I always tell everybody, if you're gonna listen to my show, you might as well stick around and listen to her show. It airs right after. If you're watching behind the scenes right now, I am in full Batman mode. That's right, full Batman mode. I'll post a link to the K-High Noon page. You can go to Speakeasy High Noon. If you search that on Facebook, you'll find the page. Like the page, share the page, invite all your friends to the page. Help us help you. Really, just help us. I'm not even gonna lie, but definitely help us out. We would be excited and happy and ecstatic to have you guys. Let's see here. Wait, now it's one too late. Oh no. Roger Nixon does not understand. It is never too late for you and your cone cuffs, boy. Oh, hold on, let me just tell you. It is never too late, Roger. If you're listening, because he's getting acupuncture right now, so I'm a little jealous. I have a phobia of needles, but I can do acupuncture and tattoos, no problem. Right now, I am morbidly jealous of Roger Nixon and his blunts. Just so you know, Roger, I have seen the light, brother, and I have never come back. After smoking one of your dibbly-dabbly-do blunts, I can no longer be a normal man. So I guess I should put an S in there so I don't sound illiterate. It's never too late for real. See, I'm gonna blow his head up here. The real Mr. Nixon. Did he get a kick out of that? See, you got one, brother. You're listening, Roger, and you're really not doing the real acupuncture thing, which is totally blocking out the entire world and being stabbed with needles. This guy does, by the way, if you don't know Roger Nixon, this guy's freaking crazy. Like, I love this guy. Like, I instantly, absolutely had nothing but love for the man when I met him. He was awesome, cool guy. It was more than just the blunts. Oh, yeah, my boy is in the studio. I'm not even talking about Dustin. I'm talking about his dog. I love his dog. Beast, right? I love Beast. Hold on, let's get you mic'd into mic 3 right there. That's the blue one right here. Yeah, go ahead and adjust it so that I can turn it on. Let's move this mic out of the way. So Dustin, by the way, Dustin, see, per our conversation yesterday, go ahead and give us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chicago, how's he sound?
Great.
All right, we're good there. Okay, so per our conversation yesterday about pesticides, it got me thinking, and so I went and I pulled up a story here on High Times Magazine that just got posted. Let me find it real quick because I wanted to cover this in the first segment, so I'm glad you and the Beast are here. By the way, Beast is a giant dog, a dog of man. This is a man dog, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a man's dog. I no offense to the ladies out there, but he's a big old mastiff. Here's Jaymen right now pulling up. He's a big old mastiff, right? Oh, by the way, did you bring flour or food? It's Munchie Wednesday.
I brought flour.
Okay, look, I got rolling papers, bro. We are good to go.
See, commercial.
Look, I almost have to give you the cannabis tickets I was just talking about. I said the first person that shows up here with some flour, I'm going to give them Cannabis Cup tickets, and it's just you. Do you already have tickets to the Cup?
I don't.
I got 2 tickets for you. I got them at the house. I'll bring them to you. I got Blondies tonight for, when am I at Speakeasy again? I think, what's tomorrow at Speakeasy?
It's Wednesday, right?
No, tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's open mic, isn't it? Oh, I think so.
Tonight.
No. They moved that spoken word Wednesdays to, I believe, Thursday.
So do it.
I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna bring some fresh material, some fresh hip hop, and actually I might even just go out there and just say, hey, throw this beat on, and I'm just gonna freestyle some new dope shit that you never heard from me. And because that's the best part about freestyle, it's essentially it might have been a twisted line I said before, but I always try to change, even if I use the same line, I try to change it in my freestyle.
Something persistent in your consciousness.
Exactly. It might be a persistent thought in my consciousness, but how I deliver that thought changes in my freestyles on purpose so that way you never hear the same thing. But anyway, so yeah. So Thursday, I'll come up to Thursday to the open mic on Thursday, and I'll bring the tickets up there. So just meet me at the Speakeasy on Thursday, and we'll get you the Cannabis Cup tickets.
Love it.
Sorry, everybody. You lose. So back to this. Let me find it real quick. Where is that story? Right here. Here we go. Okay, so this is a story I wanted you to cover. I want you to go over with me because this story made sense to me from a perspective of you and our conversation for pesticides yesterday and pests. And some of the and like I said, we're not here to point fingers or call out names. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put anybody under the bus. I don't want to also harm any of my own clientele. So because you never know what your clients are doing behind the closed doors. That's none of my business. That's their business. But I will say this. Pesticides, especially, are a very, very, very big deal in this industry because it has to be used. You will undoubtedly get mites. You will undoubtedly get different types of pests and mildew, all kinds of stuff. Now, I've always used neem oil myself. That's what I've always used. I find it to be the most natural way to keep pests off your plants. You can't overdo it. We talked about that yesterday about overdoing neem oil.
You don't spray anything on flower.
Yeah, once it's flowering, leave it alone because the neem oil should be working if you got it in veg anyway. And most of your pests that you see, little fruit flies and little mites, you're going to find them or start finding them towards the end of veg, right?
Yeah, well, it all starts with the dirty grow.
With just a dirty grow. So the grow has to be clean. So here's what we got from High Times. And this article was placed by Sativa Bontees. I love your name, by the way, if you listen to our show. Sativa Bontees. And or Tessie. Is it Tessie? It's T. It's just T's, right? T-E-S-E is T's.
Yes.
Tessie. It is Tessie. Okay. Tess. Well, Sativa Von Tess. Tessa. Anyway, it says according to the new report from the NRP or NPR, I'm sorry, which is the National Product something or another, isn't it? What is it? What does it stand for? Let me open that up in the new tab. I want to find out what that stands for. I forget. It's like the National something or another, but they're a .org. I can give you that much. Jaymen's here, by the way. Jaymen was late. We forgive him. We still love you, Jaymen.
He looks hot.
I'm not high, so F you, Jaymen. But he did bring some flour. So I said, hey, first person that walks in the studio with some fresh flour is going to get like those 2 tickets that I've won over the last couple of weeks at the Speakeasy. Yeah. I don't need them. So I was like, what the hell? Let's just give them away on the show. And I said, you know what? I didn't get to smoke this morning. So the first person that shows up with some dabs or some flour can have these Cannabis Cup tickets, and then walks in Beast and Dustin. And so I said, you know what? What's fair is fair. Tomorrow at open mic, I'll bring you the tickets, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna give Dustin those tickets. So ladies, he's single, and Beast doesn't need a ticket. Beast is a service dog, so he doesn't. Oh, let me just turn on mic. I'm sorry. There you go, Jaymen. But actually, matter of fact, give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, guys, this is why you show up early for mic check. I'm trashing you guys, but Dennis in Chicago will tell you, I forgot to plug my headphones.
I had to deal with so many dramatics this morning, bro. You would not believe.
Did you have drama queens?
Such is the life of a club owner, man.
You had drama queens, did you?
It's egos, bro. Egos ruin everything. Guys, keep your egos in check, man. For real. Do yourself a favor. Do your community a favor.
Do your business a favor.
Do everybody around you and yourself the biggest favor, and keep your egos in check.
Be humble.
Be humble. No matter what you're doing, be humble about it.
I tell people,
because there's someone out there who can do it better than you, guaranteed. Every time. I don't care what you think you're the best at. There's going to be someone coming along who can do it better than you can. So be humble about everything you do.
Everything. You know what's funny is that is why there is quintessentially no more Rocky Mountain Kings with a Z. It's just the Rocky Mountain King.
Well, yeah.
He wanted his business to himself, so I gave it to him.
So many of the best groups. Think about all our favorite music groups. Think about all our favorite organizations. When they fall apart, favorite sports teams, favorite music groups. When they fall apart, it's always egos. Always. So, guys, do yourself a favor. Make sure you keep them in check. Always strive to be the best at what you can do, but always strive to be the most humble when you do it.
I'm like, we can't smoke flower in the studio, Dustin, but here's some rolling papers for after the show.
We'll take a commercial round.
We'll take a commercial round. We only get about a 2-minute commercial break, but I promise you we can smoke weed that fast. Me and Jane did it yesterday. Oh,
well, Len had to jump in for us.
Listen, did you watch the behind the scenes from yesterday?
No.
Okay.
I haven't. I had to
watch that. Go into minute about 20-ish. I think it is. Maybe 30 minutes.
When we all got naked?
No. That almost happened. That almost happened. We'll get some views. Hey, Jaymen might be a big guy, but he's a sexy big guy.
I'm big more ways than one.
That's my joke last night.
I took a break, but my junk was still in
I told that girl, I said, everybody thinks I'm black. She goes, you're not black. I said, well, I am from the waist down. The rest of me is Puerto Rican and Italian. So anyway, bad joke. No, seriously though. But so at around minute 30 yesterday, watch yesterday when Yopi was here. They're like 60 seconds, and his face after we left. Okay, first when we left out the studio, he looks over at the board to see what lights are on his 2 mics on, and then he's kind of got this worried look on his face, right? And then they say 60 seconds, and he gets this look on his face. It's just like, oh shit. They really left me. It's surprised. I told Lynn. I said, Lynn, it was
men of our words.
It was totally on purpose. It was only because it was him. We would have left, like maybe Dustin. We left Dustin here alone. Dustin could have handled it coming back from a break. But Yofi, I said we had to get him.
Len, if you're listening in the hallway, man, that was all Trey's. Trey's like, we'll just leave him in there. It'll be cool. I'm like, what? All right.
It's YouTube gold though.
Yeah,
it's YouTube gold. He's got this look on his face like, oh shit. Shit just got real.
Yopi killed it last night at karaoke.
Oh yeah, man. What did he do? Lionel Richie?
He did Lionel Richie, but then he did his own original song too, man. He was really trying to get some ladies that night.
What song did he do? Did he do Our Song Without Me?
No.
He
did one. He did an all original one, I think.
I think I know which one he did. He hasn't even recorded it yet.
Yeah,
he was telling me he was going to do something.
Like boy bandish, kind of Justin Timberlake.
Don't hurt him. He is a absolute R&B guy. Like a lot of people think that because you hang out with me, you're a rapper.
Right.
And that's not true.
Right.
As a matter of fact,
I was half expecting him to rap. That's what I was kind of expecting.
Well.
But then he just went real R&B with it. And he killed that Lionel Richie.
Oh, murdered it. I was sitting back. I got video of it. I'll post it to YouTube later today, and I'll post or Facebook or something. We'll get it all posted.
We'll have to put it on
Nobody recorded our Vanilla Ice rendition.
What? That is not true.
No.
Homeboy had the camera on me the whole time.
He
didn't hit record.
No, he hit freaking picture. Colorado Noah's fired.
For real. Dude, he had me. I was all up in his camera and shit, dude.
So guess what that means? You assholes out there. Our asshole listeners.
I just let out
we love you guys seriously though, but our listeners are gonna have to wait until next week so we can do it again. And this time get video. I'm going to put somebody much more trustworthy with the camera than Colorado Noah.
I don't know how many times they're going to want us to sing Vanilla Ice there, but that's fine.
Every freaking week.
It's fun. we make it awesome.
We kill it. And as a matter of fact, me and Haas did a hell of a good job with the regulators too at the end of the night. We did get that on video. Yeah, me and Haas regulated it, and we kind of remixed it. I still don't think anybody's going to F with our Arizona love though.
We'll have to do on-air karaoke.
I think we did.
Hey guys, would you want to do on-air karaoke?
Why not?
We should have an on-air karaoke.
It's our show. Let's
Kings of Karaoke.
Kings of Karaoke.
Right here on High Noon.
We will accept the shitty audio if you have to call in to do your karaoke.
Right.
But can you keep up with the song? Are you, because there's even on a cell phone, there's I'd say about a 10th to a 20th of a second delay. So can you keep beat? Can you? We call it lag in this industry, but can you keep up with the lag? Or do you have the balls to come in studio and do it in studio?
We might have to have people who have their own track on their side. That way they can just
no way. No, I say let's get them in the studio. This might hurt some of our listeners, nationally and internationally. I'm sorry for this, but let's get them in studio. We are your audience. If you can't perform in front of me and this big guy, then you're done anyway.
Right. Here's what we'll do: we'll set up a competition at Speakeasy, right?
Ooh, qualified.
And then the two finalists will come on here and compete for the grand prize right here.
Take a hit or burn that bitch. I see that being take a hit or burn that bitch 1 week. I say, why don't we do qualifications next Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday during the day we'll have them come in. That way, that gives them a week to make arrangements and stuff like that. So and the winner, the winner can have tickets to Lil Flip because it'll be after Baby Bash. So we'll do winners get tickets to Lil Flip.
Okay. How many tickets have you given away to Baby Bash? I gotta write this down because
I know probably
half the people are in for free now.
No, actually, honestly, I think we only gave away a couple sets. That's it. Because
everything else was U.S. Cannabis.
We gave meet and greet or U.S. Cannabis.
Yeah,
we didn't actually give them the tickets to Bash. And the reason why I did that is I wanted to make sure you had enough tickets for me and my dates.
He said dates with an but he literally means the fruit. He comes. He likes dates. He eats dates all the time.
I do.
They keep
like
him
curry,
regular.
A little curry with that.
The dates keep him regular. Help keep him on time.
No, what I do is I date safe. I date chicks that want nothing to do with me, absolutely nothing to do with me, because I do have a girlfriend. So I take on my date usually a couple homegirls. John Hart last year was the best one ever. I took Ashley Hasbrook and Kaylee Spinner. Okay, they're both 5'9" blondes. They're both former models, and so I had them both in 6-inch stilettos. And I walk in looking like I'm driving a handlebar, hog. I walk in like this with them two around my arms, and I'm like, "This is how MistaTre double dates, sucker." Yeah. And everybody thought they were my real date. I'm like, "No, these are just my two homegirls." I used to date Ashley.
I didn't know this was an option. This opens a whole new world to me because I know plenty of girls who have no interest in me.
That's what you do. Is
I now have like.
If you tell your wife ahead of time,
I have a whole new black book to fill. Hey girl, you wanna go out?
They're not gonna sleep with me, but would go on a date with me.
The free dinner girls are abundant.
Hey, and they are abundant because let me tell you something. If she doesn't have to give you anything, and she gets the farm, she's in. I promise you. So when we come back from break, we're gonna call Blair. Before we call Blair, we're gonna go over this unregulated pot pesticides because I think it's a serious issue. 591. That's 719-591-KUSH. If you have any questions about the pesticide stuff like that, Jaymen, take us out.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on K-High. Make sure you come back after the break. It's letstalkpod.com, K-High on YouTube.
We literally have 2 minutes to go.
This is K-High.
You're already got 2.
Terrible. That's all I had. Terrible.
Here we go. My Mary Bed slider.
Chicago. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, bud?
Doing okay, man.
Good.
So I heard you can certify dogs. That's what I the doctor thing.
Yeah.
Because when I get my dog, I want to get it certified because I have.
We just basically do anything that's alternative. Like we do handicap parking, we do service dogs, we do marijuana, like anything. That other doctors don't want to mess with.
I qualified for the handicap parking because of my knees being shot.
Yeah.
However, I would want to use it because I know there's people who really need that.
That's the way I feel too, man. I got sciatica, I have spinal fusion, I have sciatica on my leg, and dude, it really hurts for me to walk, especially in bad weather.
Today, or find us online at lawspeakequipment.com.
I just feel like it's better used for. All right, guys. Well,
weather is here to stay.
I thought we were back on.
All right, yeah, bring us in and I'll read that.
We're talking motorcycles.
Oh, tomorrow?
Tips,
You know him.
trips,
I know you know
laws,
him.
events, and
Vince?
rides.
Yeah, Vince coming up to set up.
Riders
I got a book for him. I'll set up the invite and all that and start doing everything by the book.
Okay, I got
Saddle up and
got
ride.
quite a few people too that put on it.
That's not bad.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to us on
yeah.
MistaTre.com. This is K High. That's K space high on YouTube. Make sure you follow us, the live feed. You can see our smiling faces. You can see our horse that we have in the studio right now.
Yes, beast.
Already saddled up, ready to ride.
And of course, also, hit us up right here in the studio on the phone lines. That's 719-591-KUSH or 719-591-5874. From anywhere in the globe, your dime, call us up. We'll
Call
give
in.
you our time.
Speak easy.
By the way, real quick here. Oh, I think this was for the weed pimps. It says, hey, I was wondering, this is an email from, looks like Rebecca Lynn at gmail.com. I'm kidding. I'm not going to say her full Gmail, though.
You just did.
No. It doesn't say her. That's not. No, there's more to it. There's more. Come on. Rebecca, we love you. There's more to it than that. It says from Rebecca Lynn, it says, hey, I was wondering about the expo pair of tickets that you win at 5. Sent from my Windows mail. I always like to read that extra part. Sent from my
guys,
iPhone.
make sure you tune into the High Drive at 5 with Diablo, J-Dub, Dustin, and the Beard. And they'll be giving away those tickets at 5 o'clock today. I think they got some all week long.
I will be here for their show today.
We've pretty much given away our tickets, I think.
I have 2 left, but I gave them
left?
to Dustin. And, do you have a date, or can I find you a date?
You can find me a date.
All right, right now, first chick that calls in is going to be Dustin's date. If you're here in Colorado,
Scary. Wait a minute.
Right.
I don't care. You're going to have to live with it.
And the board's just lit up.
And the boards are just flashing.
They're like, I don't even know this guy.
No, Dustin, by the way, Dustin is a professional grower and installation guy for, he has his own business called Grow Squad. And I just like it because he uses a crown, and I'm a king, born a king, not a king. So I have some of these too, by the way. I've been handing these out for you, just so you know. Sorry, of course. But anyway, I've been handing these out for you, bro. I told him, just like I do for Jesse James over at Living Art Tattoo, and David over there, Sarah the Piercer, Bull the Piercer, and a couple of the other folks that have just joined the team. Is I'll hand out their card and it just says, like, hey, tell them, go down to this place or go to this business and tell them MistaTre sent you. If you want to know how to be part of that program, just hit me up on Facebook and I'll talk to you if you're a business owner. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep helping the people I help. I love what I do. I always tell everybody this isn't a business where you can really do it for the money. I mean, maybe that comes when you hit satellite or something like that. The money comes somewhere somehow, but you don't get in this business for the money. You really don't.
And that reminds me, we got to thank all our sponsors. We got to thank Gemstone Jewelry. We got to thank Cannabis, of course. Chris was in here the other day. We got to thank JP Wellness. We got to thank all these guys for helping us make this show possible.
JP Wellness. Where the hell is my hat, by the way? Jaymen's hat is way too official.
How is it?
I need a hat that's official too.
How am I supposed to stay above the game if everyone gets one?
I love it. It's all G'd out, flat brim, my style. I don't like the curved brim.
I got to ask,
playing baseball.
How come I can leave this? How come you leave the sticker on your hat in that style, but if I leave the elastic between my shoes when I'm walking,
you look
stupid. People are like, what? I'm like, that's gangsta. I got the little rubber band between my shoes as I shuffle down the street.
The NFL Avrix hats that had the tag on the top?
Yeah, everyone left
the tag on.
Yeah.
Oh God, I missed these.
You ever seen what is that show? Man, Key and Peele.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got the Chinese lady sewing the hat together on his head.
Yeah. Oh my God,
that's where it's at. Right there.
Hey, I said.
Right.
So you said it like that,
right? I looked her right in her eyes, and I said,
I looked through the windows of her soul. Great show. If you guys have never seen that on Comedy Central, that is I basically call it like Chappelle Show 2.0. It's like two Dave Chappelle's.
Yeah. Oh man,
kind of funny.
Oh, my favorite was when they showed up to the Civil War reenactment as slaves. That was great. Like, oh no, we don't want no trouble.
Oh no, sir, we don't want no trouble, sir.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. The guy's like, look, I know what you're trying to do. Cut it out.
Do it. I know what you're trying to get us to say. So anyway, so coming back from the break, according to the report from the NPR. Concerns are growing over the use of unregulated pesticides by commercial cannabis growers. Now, Dustin and I had a conversation about that, and that's why this struck a chord with me. It's the federal government that tells farmers which pesticides are safe to use. NRP reported, and by the way, this is a quote, and so far, the feds want nothing to do with legalized marijuana. Colorado State University, how do you say that? Entomologist. I think is how you say that, right? Whitney
studies bugs.
Exactly. Whitney, by the way, that's who studies bugs for all you non-nerds out there. See, I'm a nerd. I just can't say none of the nerd words. Right. Whitney Crenshaw says that left growers to experiment with little oversight, close quote. And with some grow rooms worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, most growers are choosing to protect their crop, i.e. cash, from the bugs, without worrying about the potential side effects and the chemicals that are being put into the flower from these pesticides. So Dustin, you and I, we had a good half hour long conversation.
To kind of summarize this, what they're saying is the same regulations that go into place for broccoli, for asparagus, for the foods that we consume, those regulations aren't being held to medicinal cannabis, but these are still crops that we consume. These are still crops that are for human consumption. So
this is tobacco 2.0.
Yeah,
all over again.
Well, and that brings up a good point. Even the regulations that would be adhered to
by tobacco plants
aren't being applied to cannabis grows. So this leaves the public, the cannabis consuming public, at danger, and the federal government has no. They're basically saying, "Who cares?" Right?
The only people that can blow the whistle are the growers themselves. You can call the Colorado Marijuana Enforcement Division. Other than a tip-off, they have almost zero way of knowing.
So other than snitching,
under this, what they're saying is that there are no regulations for this. So even when you tip them off, what's going to be done about it? Very
not
little.
Much. I mean,
there is one place where they do catch it, and that's in the concentrate market. Whenever it hits a kitchen, the kitchen has to test all of the product that they make as concentrate.
Yeah, wow. Nips. Yeah.
And so it actually says neem oil. It actually says sunflower seed oil. And
But how much? I mean, are they listed like, okay, so
Oh,
when you
yeah,
look at the back of
order of
food, they're listed in
yes.
the order of presence.
Oh, yes.
But this is
Okay.
why though it becomes even more apparent, more necessary for us to have self-regulation, to have standards within our own industry. I mean, your name's attached to this product. Are you really wanting to put out an inferior product there that's endangering the public?
Do you want to
Not
be
really.
Philip
You know, we
Morris
do- we
and
do
Reynolds and Winston
and I'm not going
in
to name
20 years getting sued by 100,000 people in a class action lawsuit and losing your entire business?
Well,
That's
and I'm
what
not going to
asking.
name any names on the air like right now, but because it is an ongoing thing. But there is a well-known dispensary currently that's Denver-based that has locations throughout Colorado that it has been getting a lot of Facebook attention, we'll say, about these exact issues because of an article that came out about it. But
are they under investigation?
they're not under investigation. There's no legal entailment here. What we're talking about is an article. We're talking about a public article made that's giving them all their turbulence right now. An article came out talking about the issues with their pesticides, talking about the issues with their grow, talking about powdered mildew and stuff like that. And so they're getting a lot of public scrutiny, but there's no legal entailment there. Nothing stopping them, nothing saying, hey, you got to recall this, nothing saying that. So, but what we're looking at in a few years' time is the exact opposite of that. We're going to see cannabis recalls. That's something we've never even heard.
Oh, wow.
I've never heard of
the
cannabis
word
recall.
is like, you might have just coined the phrase.
Well, cannabis recall now means you sell it for, $90 an ounce.
Yep.
That's what cannabis recall is right now.
That's not what it's going to be in 10 years.
In the future, it's going to be this all needs to be destroyed.
Okay, so
And that's going to
here's
be
my question.
huge, which is another reason why it's going to be hard for the mom and pop shops that are required to grow 70% of their own product. Because when a harvest goes bad because of a bad grower, because of a burst pipe, because of an AC unit going down or something to that effect,
One of these burned me.
then they'll just be done.
I'm not going to say the brand. I will say where I got it, though, was at Loaf and Jug. And Loaf and Jug was kind enough to replace it for me. I am not going to lie. Somebody that was with me was like, you're not going to replace this for him. This guy's on the radio. Like, you should at least have the respect that he has the voice of the people on his side. And I was like, dude, don't do that, please. Don't do that.
It's a powerful thing.
But they turned around, and as soon as he said he's on the radio, they gave me a new one. And but yeah, it wasn't this brand. This brand, not, by the way, this is a Super Puff brand one. These are some friends of mine over off of Airport Academy, and they supply me with these and nicotine and a little juice that goes in it. And thank you guys out there, Adam and Martell over there at Super Puff. But this was a actual national brand that sold it in Loaf and Jugs all over the country, as well as AMPMs and several other places. And they told me like it was in my pocket, and I was actually DJing live at it was over at the old unit station, Peak 31.
Peak 31.
I was up at Peak 31 doing the Cottonmouth Kings concert back in November.
Nice.
It was in my pocket, and I'm just getting it. And all of a sudden, my leg gets really hot. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm tripping. I'm high. Start scratching again. And all of a sudden, my leg got really hot. Like I had a lighter to it. I'm like, son of a. And I pulled it out, and I ripped it open, just bare hand manned it. I ripped it open, and I looked, and all the wires were fried because wires had crossed inside it. The battery. And so the battery basically burned me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so there's things like that bring up concern. But I want to pull up a piece
there's another thing that we talk about a lot in the news nowadays. But e-juices are completely unregulated at this point.
Completely.
E-juices,
what's in here may not be what's in here.
Well, and what's in there, we don't know the safety of it. They talk about how safe it is and all that. What we're talking about is e-juices circumvent the Indoor Smoking Act in the same way that spice circumvents the marijuana prohibition.
Yeah,
it's not fair because I still get thrown outside with these all the time.
Is spice any safer than marijuana? In fact, marijuana has a few dozen millennium of proof of being safe, where spice has proven in just a short period of time to be extremely dangerous.
Oh, even the Sumerians talk about a plant. The oldest known man talk about a plant that gave you a euphoric effect,
right,
and was able to be used in food and tea. And I guarantee it has to be pot.
Now, and when they talk about e-juices, what they're saying is there's none of those dangerous ingredients that we know of to be in cigarettes, so it's not dangerous like cigarettes. But what they're not saying is that it's safe because they don't know.
They're not saying
they don't know what these things will do.
I could die faster because
they have no idea. Yeah, they have no idea what these things.
I'm not going to stop.
They may come out with a research later going, oh yeah, no, it's completely cancer free, but it causes Alzheimer's early. Just be
became
don't,
old people in diapers probably,
right?
Because you use e-juice. Now, people, please stop. Don't stop and run and throw your e-juices
don't
away.
throw your e-juices
We're
away.
just using it as an example.
What we're talking about is industries that are as of yet unregulated and operating in a gray area because there's nothing there.
You know what? Somebody call in from a state where there's no weed industry or a very small one or, like the Texas one where it's really there, but it's not. Give us a call, 719-591-KUSH, right here in the studio, because I want to know what you think about this, because you look at Colorado as the New Amsterdam. You look at it as the land of, milk and money.
Bro.
We are the New Amsterdam.
When I look at our surrounding states, we are the New Amsterdam.
We are the New Amsterdam. People come to Colorado from other countries just to smoke weed.
The artists
is here because
come here. I mean,
weed.
these are guys that go to cannabis cups and stuff like that, make appearances at where weed is very relaxed and stuff, and they still come and marvel at.
Yeah, they marvel here like comic books.
Wow, because they're just like, whoa, this is crazy.
ChromaCon. November 2015. ChromaCon 2.
Working on Jason music. I'm going to have Zach from Galaxy Productions call us next week, and we're going to talk about some of our plans for ChromaCon and some of the people we're bringing out. We're working on Jim Cummings. We're working on Jim Cummings. If you don't know who Jim Cummings is, he was Darkwing Duck. He's currently Winnie the Pooh. He's Tigger. Cool. He is the voice of almost every favorite cartoon you ever had. Yeah. I
love Winnie the Pooh. I do. I don't care. I'll watch it with my nephews and my kids. I don't care.
And then we're working on Jason Mewes. Of course, you guys know him as Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Did I literally jump up and down like a 2-year-old when you told me? Yeah. I did, huh? He was like, I'm going to have Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. I was like, oh my God! Oh my God!
That's gonna be dope.
I grew up watching them since Mallrats, man, and so it's like those are my guys. Like Jay is completely me, the eccentric, wild, crazy guy, and then Silent Bob is that guy that when he speaks, you're like, oh my God.
All I want to do though now is get Cool in the Gang as the musical act. If we have,
Oh, I'd be getting it too. I'd be getting it. Like I said, I was born in '81, which means I got the full feel of the '70s. Growing up in the early 80s, I promise you. Big hair, some bad disco. I still like Do the Hustle. I'm not gonna lie. I got disco fever when that comes on. And when Travolta walks at the beginning, Saturday Night Fever, I want to go back to the 70s at that point every time. Just they show shoes, remember at the beginning of the film?
Yeah, though the truth is in the movie with the soundtrack, it is badass. But I'm trying to picture if that guy was just doing that.
I wonder if that was
normal. Like if you couldn't hear the music and you just saw a guy walking like that down the street, and then at one point he stops.
He did.
He was like, oh. No. You'd be like, what the hell is wrong with that?
Was that not like Strut reminiscent of him being in the second Grease though? He kind of had that Grease sort of like that. What was his name in Grease? God dang it, I can't remember his name.
Oh, his character's name?
Yeah, I can't remember it either. But he was like, that kind of like, like when he meets her at the garage, the Summer Lovin' routine where he runs into her afterwards at that damn pep rally.
My favorite Travolta was Welcome Back, Mr. Carter. Oh, jeez, man.
No, you know what though? I have two favorite Travolta movies. Face Off with Nicolas Cage, because that freaking movie's awesome.
Nicolas Cage and Travolta did a good job of interchasing,
playing each other.
Yeah, playing each other.
I watched the making of that movie and I was just like, whoa.
They had to make it a sci-fi for us to pretend like they could resemble each other, but they did a great job of capturing each other's characters.
Yeah. And then their like mannerisms and everything. And then my other favorite Travolta movie, hands down, has to be Urban Cowboy. I like Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy.
Sissy Spacek's in it with them. I think that's who that is.
Good one.
Is that Sissy Spacek? Is that who it was in it? I can't think of it. If that was what her name was. I think that is Sissy Spacek. Kevin Spacek's ex-wife, right? Or sister or some shit. Yeah. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, but I like Kevin Spacek too. Anyway, I'm a movie guy, guys. Seriously. Well, we'll be back right after the break for the last segment. And last segment, we're going to call Blair. Blair, I know you're listening. Hang on. We're going to call you during the break and get you on the phone here. Talk about the funky, freaky, fresh summer bash up in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on K-High with the Doc, MistaTre, and Jaymen Speakeasy.
I wasn't going to embarrass you on the air, but you know what's the primary ingredient? That's that stuff you're inhaling into your lungs.
No, do it.
Anal, that's what it anal do.
So do it.
No, I know. It's blistering because it's
you're inhaling anal.
Do it. No, bring that up. Just go. I just want to point out, just like, and drop it, like, just like cut us off.
I was going to, but I don't want to put you on the spot like
that. No, I wanted you.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see here. 2 more.
Hey, I gave away the first free cookie yesterday to a sick person.
should say that on the air. There's a guy, he had one lung. And I said, look, maybe you feel good about the fact you don't have one lung. That's the weed plant. If you have that plant, you'll say, oh, I didn't know you was dying. That's the Holland's Hope that everybody's mad about. I got from the cabinet. And this guy, he raises up his shirt. He's got a scar from here to here. When they took his lung out, I'm like, yeah, I see like that. Please. Tell me, I did that yesterday. I'll bring another one out.
Blair.
Yes,
Hi, this is MistaTre, the doc from K-High. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. We got Dustin here in the studio with us. Matt, I would consider him a master grower. I don't know if you actually have that certificate that calls you one, but I consider you a master grower. You know more than anybody I know about weed. Well, I don't know. Vinny's pretty good too, though.
That term it doesn't really mean anything. They might hire you and that's your title. But I think as a grower, you're only as good as your last harvest, man.
Boom. I've had good harvests. I've had bad harvests. And then we've got Jaymen, of course, Jaymen Johnson, a.k.a. Jaymen Speakeasy. He's the owner of Speakeasy. And my co-host, he's here too. And we got Beast, the dog. We got a giant mastiff in the studio.
Right now.
Okay.
So we got a full boat here. So when we come back from the break, we should be back from the break in about 60 seconds, I'd say. They're going to tell us here in a second. But anyway, when we come back from the break, let's talk about the Funky Freaky Fresh Summer Bash 2015, okay?
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, if you want Jaymen and I to broadcast from this, I talked to my boss just to find out. If you can find somebody, one of your sponsors, to sponsor it, it'll cost us $1,000 because we'll come up for the entire week and broadcast from there for the whole week. It'll cost $1,000, but then we got.
If I can get a sponsor you guys.
Yeah, to sponsor us coming out there. We'll come broadcast from your party.
Yeah, we'll come
the week of July 11th. We'll come right after the Little Flip show. I have to be back on Friday the 17th for the Little Flip show, but so we could come out there like no, that's the week before. That's the Saturday before. So that'd be the 9th or something. It's after the 4th of July.
Yeah,
I could leave the 5th.
Be out there for the 5 days.
Yeah, I could leave the 5th. I have to DJ my sister's wedding on the 4th.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, hold on. Let me give you the rest of it though. For his and I room and board, you're probably going to want to find a sponsor to pony up $2,000 because you'll have to get the hotel paid for, and the gas. We probably will just drive James' car or something, but we'll need the gas, and then the room and board pay for food and all that, and that's what that other $1,000 goes towards.
WADE.
Yeah, if you can find us, and trust me, it's not as hard as you think.
Yeah, if you can find a sponsor on it.
Or a couple of them. Find like 4 or 5 sponsors, and we'll dedicate the show to them that week.
Don't have me talk.
All right, here we go. We're coming back.
About Obama. We talk about how many days in a row you can stay totally stoned.
Reefers.
I love the pizza man. I love the pizza man. How many days can you say stay totally stoned? Like, and the funny thing is he's not even a potty. He doesn't smoke weed, but he sounds like one. Anyway, we're back. You're on K-High right here at letstalkpot.com with the doc, of course, MistaTre Jaymen Speakeasy, and of course we got Dustin House. We have Blair on the phone right now. How you doing, Blair?
Pretty good.
What's going on, bud? Where you calling from?
Man, I'm calling from Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit City! Wow. I got family from like 7th Mile, bro.
Oh, yeah, man, that's like right up the road.
He's like, oh, I know them. That's them niggas down the street.
So, Blair, man, tell us about this Funky Fresh Summer Bash you got going on.
Yeah, man, it's basically like a 90s theme type of bash.
Yeah. I like that.
Is actually, they're actually kind of sponsoring the event, like the actual city of Grand Rapids. And that was like an annual event, that they're gonna, continue to push and stuff like that.
Excellent, man. That's awesome.
No, what? Go ahead.
Oh no, that's awesome, man. So this is actually sponsored by the city and is going to become an annual thing, right?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. Like last year, they had about
it's going to probably be close to like $3,000 because we'll have to fly.
And then this year, we're expecting like 3,000 people.
Oh wow.
It's big.
That's excellent, man. So this is your second time doing it?
Yes, this is our second time doing it.
Very cool, man.
All I want to know is, can I show up with one pant leg rolled up in a do-rag like Tupac with a wife beater? Straight 90s gangster.
They get jealous when they see you with your mobile phone.
I got the nose piercing like Tupac. I actually went to a party, bald head too, by the way. But I went to a party. It was my freshman, sophomore year of college. So my sophomore year of college, I went to a Halloween party, and it was right over in South Tempe. And funny enough, I didn't have a costume, and my boy didn't tell me it was a costume party because I didn't even realize it was on Halloween day when I said I'd go. So he comes to grab me, and I'm like, I don't have a costume, bro. So I literally grabbed a blue do-rag, do it on Aunt Your Mama style, rolled up my pant leg, had the J's on, or no, I had my Chucks on, and I showed up to the damn party as Tupac.
Hey, it works. Yeah.
So that's my 5-minute costume for all you folks out there that need a 5-minute costume. Just go as Tupac.
Blair, bro, what do you got lined up for this show, man? What else is going down? How many days is it? First off.
Well, it's probably gonna be one day.
One day.
Basically, like we've got like a certain segment where it's just all performers. That's gonna be from 5 to 8 p.m.
Excellent.
That's like our showcase.
Is that featuring all local artists, or is that you got some national acts on there?
It's all local people.
That's awesome.
Hey, if I come out, I'm gonna perform something because my album will be dropping like a month later.
Hey, I'm down.
I'm down to come perform. Like I said, we already talked about the behind the scenes stuff about how that'll work. After we clear the airwaves, I'll tell you the rest of it because I forgot it was in Grand Rapids. I thought it was in Wyoming for some reason. I knew Wyoming didn't know how to party like that. Wyoming, where you at? Call in and defend yourself.
I'm gonna have. Yeah, it's in Grand Rapids, but man, look, I can work it out. I can work some things out, man.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, and the cool thing is we get actually pretty good budgets. I don't know. I haven't told Jaymen this, but he probably does already anyway with his other business. But because I have a business it's an incorporated group of businesses that I started, I actually get pretty good discounts on flights and stuff like that.
Flights, hotels,
all of it. So yeah, we want to come. We really just want to come party with you. So we're like, we'll figure out the best way to make it the cheapest so we can come party.
Well, I'm digging the sound of this. So we're working on our second annual. This is actually sponsored by the city. You got local artists. This sounds awesome to me, man. You gonna have any vendors there?
No, we're not gonna have any vendors there.
Any vendors? I can pick up a T-shirt though. I'm sure from one of these artists, maybe an album, right?
I'm pretty much the only person that's going to be selling merchandise.
You know where to go.
Look, even if we can't get there, Blair, you get us a press kit because every Friday here on the show we do a segment called "Take a Hit or Burn That Bitch," and it's the local hip hop review here in Colorado Springs. So we find a local artist here. You get us some material from out there, and we'll just do like a whole Grand Rapids, Michigan day of hip hop.
Okay. Hey, man, that sounds good.
I want T-shirts though.
Yeah, we got a friend out here
we like
too.
T-shirts.
We got a friend also. He runs weedradio.com. That's weed-radio.com, and he's always looking for some new music, especially that underground stuff. So we'd love to get it over to him as well, so Blair, we can get it on the air.
Matter of fact, Blair, you and I are friends on Facebook. Go to my friends list and look up Josh Haven and reach out to him and tell him I sent you because he's always looking for local material, underground material for his weed radio.
You got it.
Okay.
Well, but so what day are we looking at? Is that July 11th? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, that's July 11th on a Saturday, man.
And what time does it kick off? I know the music you said starts around between 5 and 8. What time does the whole event kick off? What time is the door? You guys opening the gates to that?
Well, the doors open up at noon, and we encourage everybody to come in pretty early because, it's like I said, like last year, man, it was like 2,000 people that came out. So.
Well, yeah, you're going to want to stake a good spot. You're going to want to go and claim a good spot for this show, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, you have to. But if you don't, you're going to come late.
Otherwise, yeah, you're watching from the Porta-John.
You're going to miss everything. You should come, around 11, you feel like everybody's going to be there around 11, so everybody's going to be there around 5.
Well, no, I'm trying to be there like 3 because I'm an early bird.
Well, man, if we're able to make it out, if we're able to arrange something, we get out there, man. We'll have to bring plenty of swag with us and give it away. Hand out.
We don't mean weed for all the fans listening. We mean actual stuff from K-High, you asses.
No,
and Speakeasy.
I did mean weed.
We did mean. Yeah, we did mean weed.
No, T-shirts. We'll bring T-shirts, and keychain stickers and stuff, and make sure that we get them out there to the people out there so they can represent what we got going on in Colorado.
Dustin, why are you so quiet? You scared me.
I'm up for it, and I'm trying to get out there, man, because I smoke a little bit here and there myself.
Oh, you're going to smoke a lot of it if you hang out with me and Jaymen. Boy, me and Jaymen, we run outside in commercial breaks to smoke weed.
Why are you smoking anal loop, man?
Why am I smoking anal loop? What do you mean?
That's the primary ingredient in those vape pens.
In the vape
Wait,
pen.
hold on. So you're telling me that vapor pens are the same stuff they use to give you an enema with, or I mean, not an enema, but a suppository? Well, if they're nice,
Yeah.
before they try to put one in there, they use that
He is right. The main ingredient in that is glycerin,
which is anal lube.
right, which
Nice.
is a main ingredient.
Why are you
in
smoking that?
lubrication.
The porn industry is in a drought because of all this vapors.
Hey, now your lungs are well lubricated.
That's right.
And apparently,
You gotta look at
my
it.
mouth and my lungs are lubricated. I don't know why that would be prudent to all of us.
Your mouth and your lungs are- I don't- Oh man, that's a whole nother show.
That is a whole
That's a
nother
whole
story.
other station for that matter.
Yeah, that's a station that usually the music starts like.
Just make sure I'm tuned in and when you guys are talking about that.
Yeah, Blair's like, thanks for
Well, we know what Blair's into.
thanks for including
Ladies.
thanks for including me into the lead conversation. I appreciate it.
Thanks for pointing that out that I'm smoking, butt lube. Dustin, I appreciate you. He doesn't say anything.
No,
the
come
whole,
on now.
he's like silent. He's like Silent Bob.
No.
He doesn't say anything the whole damn show, and then finally he says something, and it's compelling.
Come on now. Let's in your defense though, it is flavored colored lube.
Yes, it is flavored and colored.
That's right.
There you go.
A lot like
That's
butt
way
color.
better. All right,
This is
Blair, man.
good.
Hey, anything
Kinda
else we need to
grossed out
know
now.
about this show you got coming up, man? Anything that what is the tickets run? Is this a ticket or is it open to the public? How does it go?
I mean, it's open to the public, but
Yeah.
it's $10 entry fee.
Oh, I like
so
it.
that's
I like
$10
that.
entry fee. but it's open to the
$10,
public.
I can do that all day.
Oh yeah, that's cheap actually.
For a killer show, man,
Do you
that's
have medical now?
nothing. That's that's one less Happy Meal.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, I think we get press passes too.
City, man.
Pound it.
West Michigan, I really don't have too much going on over here, so when we do things like this, man,
It's big.
epic, legendary.
They got
That's
medical
awesome.
marijuana.
man.
I don't want you to hang up when we get done with this, when we leave the segment, because I want you to stay on the phone. Me and Jaymen got some ideas that'll probably help you very quickly raise the money to get us out there. A, but B, help generate some more income and build business relationships for you, because these are the type of events we do.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
down.
And we got some ideas that'll help you turn some revenue before the show even starts. Because realistically, Jaymen will tell you, we don't rely on ticket sales. That's our butter.
But
That's our bank. We
either way,
try to
man-
get it paid for up front through like vendors and different people and table setup and
Oh, yeah,
different
no,
sponsors.
We
all
wouldn't
kinds
be
of
able to do anything if it wasn't for the love of the community,
stuff.
man.
Oh no.
But
Not
either
at all.
way, man, all our listeners in Michigan, you need to go out there. You need to support this great event. You need to go see some local artists. You need to have a good time for a good price.
Chris and Bayonne or Bay City, I know you're listening. You listen every day. You need to go to this event too. Take your ass to Grand Rapids, bro.
Oh yeah, Chris, go tell them your stories to let them know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. That'd be, dude. Could you imagine if we went up to Grand Rapids and then we got Chris to come out from Bay City just to like be interviewed again?
Chris, we hang out with Blair there, man. I'm liking the way this sounds.
I'm liking we could probably call up somebody like a Kid Rock and possibly get somebody big like that. I'm just saying. It's his own
Maybe
state. He loves his state.
Burner or
Well, Grand Rapids though. Who's from Grand Rapids? Like originally? I'm trying to think.
The only person that's really.
Hold on. Hey, do me a favor.
Like,
Stay on the line, Blair. Stay on the line. I gotta answer the other line because I'm pretty sure it's Chris from Bay City. Watch, it's gonna be Chris. Caller, you're on K High.
Hello.
Turn down your radio. Turn down your radio, honey.
we got some feedback coming. There you go.
All right, righteous.
How we
Who's
doing?
calling?
Pardon me?
Who's this?
My name's Lisa.
Hi,
Lisa, how are you doing?
Where are you from, Lisa?
I am from Texas.
Oh, she's from the great state of Texas.
that's cool.
If you feel comfortable, whereabouts?
Well, actually, I have moved here now.
To Colorado.
Yes,
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
excellent.
Okay, so you're in Colorado. Where are you at in Colorado?
in Spring.
Oh,
Yeah.
why are you not at the studio with us? It's 5050 Edison Drive, Suite 218, Studio 2.
And Lisa,
Actually, I
what,
have a question for, I believe his name was Dustin.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Dustin,
Oh,
yeah.
he's our grow expert. Go ahead.
What you got?
Well, that's what I need. I need some help to try to get them going. And I'm old school, been doing it for many years, but
Mhm.
Sure.
I need some tips and about using pesticides and such on it. Should it be done at the beginning or at the end?
well, Lisa,
Or-
what are you experiencing right now? Do you have pests? Because to be honest with you,
We're about to run out of
There's
time, guys.
preventative
By the way,
things you
Lisa,
can
don't
do.
go anywhere because we're going to get your information when we get off this call so Dustin can contact you offline because we only got about a minute left of the show. And Blair, please hang on the line. We're going to come back to you too. But so with about a minute left in the show, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. So pesticides, not good. depending on what kind they are, I stand by neem oil. Dustin, you?
Well, neem oil stays with the product the whole time. The ideal thing is to have a grow room that you would eat off the floor is just something absolutely clean. And we inoculate with some pretty serious stuff when they're very early in bed and when they're clones. And then you change your clothes, you wear Tyvek, and you keep a clean room.
All right, guys. Well, you've been listening to Speakeasy at high noon on letstalkpod.com. You can also check us out on YouTube anytime. See our previously aired shows. We're on YouTube, K_High, and we'll see you next week.
He's over there. Stop.
This is
Stop. Were you saying stop, Dennis?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you saying stop? Stop.
I was here.
Stop. Stop talking. All right, Lisa, you still with us?
Yeah.
Okay, we're off air. Let me grab your phone number, and I'm gonna have Dustin call you. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Let me shut off the YouTube feed too, real quick, so nobody's getting your information that way.
Yeah.